He didn't say to dim your light. He didn't say to hide your light. He said, let it shine. If they're not celebrating themselves, then it is really hard for them to celebrate you. They're not celebrating themselves. They're not celebrating you. Like, if you got to play small for them to feel big, then that's not who you are, because you were never meant to be small. I don't have to choose one version of myself. I'm allowed to be who I am. Maybe we should mind our business, right? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brandy, aka Miss B, and welcome back to another episode of Give It Grace podcast. If you're new here, my name is Brandy, and this is the space where we talk all about grace, okay? The kind we need to learn to give to each other, and the kind we have to learn to give to ourselves, okay? The first segment of our show is called Give Them Some Grace, and this is where we talk about a person of influence or a celebrity who's really getting dragged out here in the media and social media streets, and we together see if we can possibly give them some grace. So the person that I want to talk about today is Chloe Bailey. Okay. What we're trying to do here is really see if we can lead with humanity instead of judgment. Can we see the full person instead of just one version of them? Okay. So Chloe Bailey recently posted something on Twitter, I think it was. And basically, someone on social media decided to comment, you're a cute little lovely girl, but stop forcing it, right? Now, first of all, that already feels like a box. Like, you're allowed to be this, but you're not allowed to be that. So what Chloe did was she responded and she said, yeah, I'm a cute little lovely girl, but I'm also a bad fill in the blank. Don't put me in a box just because you're boring and don't have fun. And y'all, honestly, that is a word, okay? That is a word right there. Because why are people so uncomfortable with people being more than one thing? Like, why does it have to be, okay, you have to either be classy or bold. You have to be either spiritual or fun. You have to be either intelligent or confident. You have to either be soft or strong. Like, why can't we exist in a world where someone is allowed to be both? But the truth is, people like categories. It makes them feel comfortable, okay? Because it helps them understand you quickly, right? But the reality is, real people are layered. We're evolving. We're complex. We don't fit into just one single category. And what I love about Chloe's response is she didn't shrink herself to fit someone else's comfort level, right? She said, actually, I'm this and that, okay? Actually, I can be both. And I really felt that because I'm the same way. Like, I'm spiritual and I'm kind and I'm hardworking and I'm intelligent, but I'm very much also still a bad fill in the blank, okay? And all of those things can exist at the same time. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? So instead of trying to put people in boxes, maybe we should allow them to exist in their fullness. Like, honestly, like, maybe we should mind our business a little bit sometimes too. I'll just throw that in there. Maybe we should mind our business, right? So the next time that somebody tries to put you in a box, or myself, return that box back to whoever sent it and put us in there, because we didn't ask to be there, okay? So here on this podcast, we could definitely give Chloe Bailey some grace. She's a beautiful young lady, super duper talented. And honestly, she can be this and that. People are multidimensional. Let's let them do that. So can we, as a people, give Chloe some grace? I think that we can do it. I think that we can. The next segment of our show is called Give It Some Grace. And this is where we talk about everyday annoyances and things that just get on our nerves. And we together see if we could give it some grace. Can we respond with grace instead of frustration? So let's talk about something that people love to say. Okay? And that's you bragging. You bragging, girl. You bragging. Now, hold on for a second, okay? Because when did sharing your life become bragging, right? Let's say you post yourself on vacation. Oh, people got something to say. Oh, you showing off. Let's say you like celebrating a promotion at work. Oh, you doing too much. Let's say you decide to talk about something that you actually worked hard for. Oh, you always got something to say. And it's like, sometimes I find myself like, wait, am I bragging? Or am I just proud of myself? Right? Because there's a difference. I feel like bragging is like putting people down, like making people feel small so you can feel big, seeking validation, or really like trying to prove you're better than somebody, right? But being proud, that's celebrating your own growth. That's acknowledging your hard work, because we be out here working hard, okay? That's sharing your joy, because guess what? Have y'all ever seen clear blue water and palm trees? That brings joy. And the truth is, sometimes people label confidence as bragging because, again, it makes them uncomfortable. If they're not celebrating themselves, then it is really hard for them to celebrate you. They're not celebrating themselves. They're not celebrating you. People are more comfortable when you're struggling, when you're quiet, when you're playing small, when you're not doing too much. But the moment that you decide to start winning out loud, now it's a problem, okay? Now, where does grace come in all of this? This is what I think grace comes in. Grace looks like letting people celebrate their wins without trying to humble them. Like, why do we have to try to humble people when they just celebrating their wins? Because you never know what someone had to go through to get there. And if sharing their joy bothers you, then you might want to ask yourself, why? Why does that bother me so much? Maybe I should start celebrating myself more so I have more to talk about, right? Because people deserve to be able to celebrate themselves. So I think together we can give this concept of like just sharing details of your life that people mislabel as bragging some grace. I think that we can do that. I think that we can. So the last segment of our show is called Give Me Some Grace. And this is where I share a personal struggle or a personal story where I could have used some more grace or received some more grace. So if I'm being honest, the topic that I want to talk about today is something that I'm constantly working through. And that's learning how not to dim my light. Because I think at some point, whether it's was growing up or friendship or relationships or just life, I learned that being too much could make people uncomfortable. And so, what do? Right? What do? You learn to adjust. You learn to shrink. You learn to tone it down a little bit. Tone it down, girl. Sit down, girl. Right? I've heard that. I've learned not to say too much, kind of be quiet, or not to celebrate myself loudly. Do it quietly, do it privately. Don't do it too loud because you don't want to make people uncomfortable. We end up not fully expressing ourselves. And the reason that we do that, right, is because we don't want to feel or be misunderstood. We don't want to be judged, or we don't want to be labeled or called like too much. We don't want to be extra. We just kind of want to fit in, right? But what I've been realizing is the same thing that makes you too much for some people is exactly what makes you special. And every time that you dim yourself, you're slowly disconnecting from who you really are. That's just the reality of it. It's like if you got to play small for them to feel big, then that's not who you are, because you were never meant to be small. And then what happens is that you start having to perform, right? Instead of actually live. And honestly, God did not create us to live small. The Bible, because I got Bible, like Dr. Darius says in Matthew 5:14, okay, you are the light of the world. Let your light shine before others. That's what God says. Mm-hmm. He didn't say to dim your light. He didn't say to hide your light. He said, let it shine. So for me, grace looks like telling yourself and telling myself, I don't have to shrink to be accepted. I don't have to choose one version of myself. I'm allowed to be who I am. I don't need permission. And if that makes people uncomfortable, that's okay. If I'm in rooms and I got to constantly sit down because I feel like I'm too much, just my presence being there, I don't need to be in that room. You are not meant to fit into somebody else's box because you didn't ask to be there. You're meant to grow, you're meant to evolve, and you're meant to become, okay? Whoever it is that you want to become. So this week, I want us to practice 3 things. Let's stop putting people in boxes they didn't ask to be in. Let's let people celebrate themselves without feeling the need to judge or put them down. And most importantly, let's stop dimming our light. Because you don't have to choose between parts of yourself. You're allowed to be this and that. Okay? So if you stay to the end of this episode, I love you. I'm sending you love, light, positivity, and grace. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.